remember my grandma telling me, Donna, if you see other kids eating chocolate and you want it, do not ask them. Go back to grandma. If I have the money, I will try to give it to you. But if I don't have the money, don't be sad. Instead, you need to always be able to give to others. You can always give your kindness and your smile. And regardless you have money or not. When you are in those kind of circumstances where you have nothing but yourself, when somebody told you that you can always give to other people, you have that as a power. When you have a good education, you can decide what you need, what you want, and find the opportunity. I'm lucky because I have my father who guide me along the way. But what about other people who doesn't have a father or anybody who guide them? People helping me by giving me a chance to sing, to act, to do the casting, to be the TV presenter in Indonesia. Without help from others, I will not be who I am now.
Hello, and welcome to another inspiring episode of The Career Changers. Today, we tackle an extraordinary question. How can someone rise above poverty and rewrite their story to build the life of their dreams? Our guest today is Donna Amelia, co-founder and head of member service at EGN Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Before leading a network that empowers top executives, Donna's multifaceted career included success as an award-winning TV presenter, actress, singer, and DJ. But her journey started far from the spotlight, in a small village in Indonesia, where she grew up facing the harsh realities of extreme poverty, a challenge that fueled her resilience, ambition, and determination. Today, she will share a remarkable journey and offer insights into how to overcome adversity can lead to incredible opportunities. Hi, Donna. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the Career Changers.
Wow, thank you for having me. So grateful, so happy to meet you as well, Elisa. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. And I'm really curious to learn everything about your story. And so let's start with your childhood. Can you share a vivid memory from your childhood that reflects the struggle you faced growing up?
I was born in 1986 in a small little village in Indonesia. My home, I still remember, is a bamboo house, no electricity, dirt floor. I still remember I need to help my parents to take the water from outside and then put it into the big jar so then we can have food or taking shower and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's my childhood memory.
So I guess that was what was normal for you. Or when did you start to have ideas and thoughts that there was gonna be something better out there for you?
So my dad was just graduate from university. My mom just graduate from basically senior high school. They have me and then they fall in love. They don't even have money to buy milk when I was a baby. I drink a starchy liquid of rice instead because in Indonesia you tend to eat rice a lot. Having those kind of circumstances and I see my dad being a teacher, he worked so hard, and then my mom coming from slightly bigger city, loving my father so much, coming to those small little village. She also contribute to the household. Since I was in my early age, I know my life purpose is to make my parents happy, bring them from poverty to have a better life. I see my mom working hard for the family, so I know, oh, as a woman, I can work hard. I can make my parents happy. I can bring them from the poverty to have a better life. I know exactly that's what I need to do. And that was from the early age.
While you were growing up, did you have actually a dream job? There was something that you were thinking, when I grow up, I want to be.
Yeah, I think I still remember when I was a child, of course, you tend to look at your father as a hero, right? So when I was really, maybe, I don't know, about 5, 6, during elementary school, let's put it that way, I would love to be a teacher to follow my dad. But actually it changed because my dad actually has a hobby as a singer. He loves to sing. But in Indonesia, once you becoming a teacher or civil servant, you can't really do anything else other than that, meaning that you cannot pursue your singing career and so on and so forth. So I still remember that my dad used to take me to the stage when he sing and all, and I like it also. When I was in the senior high school, I know I would love to be a great singer. I would love to be an actress and all, because during my senior high school, my dad found my talent in singing because I sang one time at our family wedding party. And then my dad like, okay, you can sing. Let's do this. Let's make it a career and all. And I really love it. So since I was in the senior high school, I already started working, I guess in the 15 years old. So I was already start singing everywhere. So my life is all about singing and then studying hard to make my parents proud. And then, yeah, all the money I have, I use it to be able to feed my family, but also for my study as well. And it starts there, and then it's not stopped until I am graduated from senior high school to the university and beyond.
Mm. So, do you think that singing was actually one of the specific moments that serve as a turning point in your journey out of poverty, or there were also other powerful moments?
I think when I was a child, because again, my family situation, right? My mom and dad busy working. So I always grew up with my grandma. And my mom was the first child of 8 siblings, and I'm the first granddaughter. So I still remember my grandma telling me when I was a child, Donna, if you play with your friend and you see some other kids eating candy or chocolate and you want it, do not ask them. Go back to grandma. If I have the money, I will try to give it to you. But if I don't have the money, don't be sad. Instead, you need to always be able to give to others. And I'm like, what should I give? You have nothing. What should I give? And then my grandma told me, you can always give your kindness and your smile. And that's principle I took it until now. Because my grandma told me nobody can take your kindness and your smile away from you, regardless you have money or not. You can always give kindness to people. You can always be nice. You can always give your beautiful smile to every people to make people happy. So that's why actually I notice now my purpose in life is to make people happy through whatever I do in life. Indeed, I have many multifaceted career. It doesn't matter. The same. I love to make people happy through me singing, or I'm DJing, or I'm coaching people, or I'm speaking, or being the entrepreneur, whatever it is, it's the same. I love to make people happy. And that started with my grandma's advice to me that was very profound, because I think when you have nothing, meaning when you are like in those kind of circumstances where you have nothing but yourself, when somebody told you that you can always give to other people and those gifts, nobody can take that away from you. You have that as a power. So that's what I think my turning point. And also I understand, I have something that I can give to people, regardless my situation.
No, that's beautiful. And I think grandmother can always have a great impact on our life. And
Mostly.
definitely had it on you. So you had to overcome many adversities during your journey. Now, looking back, what mindsets or habits help you push forward during the most difficult times?
Go back, let's say, during my senior high school, when I already have a dream. When you have less, what do you have? Yourself, your dream, your vision, and all. I have a dream to be able to travel the world. I have a dream to be one of the best singer or being an actress and all. It is because actually this is the first financial literacy that I know from my dad. The salary of a teacher in Indonesia back then was super low, right? But the income for being celebrity or being a professional singer or actress, TV presenter, and all is way more. And then of course I'm blessed that I can sing. So my target is to really have my own album and so on and so forth. So I was working super hard during my senior high school. I did already a few competition on TV, and then I guess the never give up mindset is very important. In fact, I developed this kind of framework to myself that is reflecting of my whole journey, which is stands in my name itself. So DONA with one N stands for dreams, opportunity, never give up, action. And that's my whole life journey and my framework throughout my life in overcoming adversity or any challenges. So the D stands from the dreams. When you have nothing or you have challenges, you need to have a dream or a vision. What do you want? Or you can call it goals. So
Mm.
once you're clear on your goals, the O stand for opportunity. You need to find the right opportunity for it. So for example, when I was a kid, my dream to becoming a big singer and all. Then how can I found the opportunity? I sing and sing and sing all over Indonesia. Eventually, one producer see me, and then I create my own album in 2007 already. So find your opportunity. And then the next step, along the way, it will be hard, especially for me. I don't have a singing lesson. I don't have the study of being the actress and all acting school. I don't have those privilege. What I do have is my talent, my ability, and the support of my parents, basically. Of course, the competition is very fierce, especially in Indonesia with 280 million people, right? And
Yeah.
there's so many beautiful girls with a good voice, with a good acting, and so on and so forth. So what do you need to do? You need to have the mentality of never give up. And this is I learned from my dad. I still remember because he was a teacher, right? And I still remember one day in the pouring rain, he drove his motorbike, like the old motorbike, because he heard next to my hometown there is a filming for some movie or something like that. And he brought my picture and then give to the producer, and he said, "Oh, hey, I have a daughter. She can sing. Maybe she can act as well. Would you like to cast her?" And so on. And immediately he got rejected and get away. What are you doing here? Like those kind of rudeness and all. But he didn't give up. He not give up. He
Mm.
told me, "Donna, don't give up. It's okay. Don't give up. We keep going and keep going." The next thing is, of course, when you are in that kind of celebrity world or you're doing the competition and all, it's also coming from the background of have nothing. Not sometimes, most of the time, I have imposter syndrome because other girls are wearing nice shoes, nice dress, nice wearing nice bag. I have none of them. But then again, my dad told me, "You know what, Donna? Everybody eating rice. No one eating diamonds or eating steels and all. So it's okay. You have your talent. It's fine. Don't be discouraged. Don't be ashamed and don't be shy." And that's also what I kept from until now. So those are like the advice that I got. It's so powerful. And of course, during those never give up, because for example, one of my TV program, Fast Forward, when I'm in Jakarta, won 8-time Panasonic Gobel Awards. This is an infotainment program. So the filming will be from 12 a.m. until 3 a.m. every night, and it's on air on TV at 11 a.m. You know how many casting I need to do just to be able to get the role? Let's say I do 10, 15 casting. If I get one, it's good. It's good
Yeah.
already. See? I mean, failure is your friend. So you need to have the mindset of never give up. You need to have a resilience within you. And then to me, the next point is the A is action, right? So for example, after I know my dream, my goal, I try to find the opportunity and I don't give up until I found the what I want. Now, when you get your opportunity, the action for me needs to be 200%. Why is that? What I mean with 200% is you need to do all out. Again, because I don't have any other backup other than myself and the support of my parents, right? Maybe other girls will have maybe acting class or maybe know somebody, whatever it is could be, right? I don't have. I only have my talent. So I need to do it really all out. Now, how I do my all out kind of thing, right? My 200% action until now is also with another frame called 4 P's. The first P is to pray or maybe center yourself or meditate, whatever it is. That's the first P. Second P is prepare. You need to prepare from A to Z. Prepare is one thing goes wrong. What's your plan E, plan B? You need to prepare everything. If I'm going to meet you, I already know who you are, blah, blah, blah. You need to prepare. And then the third P is practice for before singing, before acting in the movie, before doing TV presenter and all. And then you do the perform. When you do the perform, you do all out. But then because you already center yourself, you already focus or meditate or pray, you already prepare, you already practice, most of the time, your performance must be great as well, right? But
Yeah.
again, even after you do all those 4 Ps, right, the result is beyond our control. Yes, because sometimes
Yeah.
even with all those, maybe the result is good, maybe it's not. So that's why the E is coming for the evaluation. You need to do the evaluation on the state from the state of grateful acceptance. You need to be grateful that you did all the 4 P, all the four P's basically, right? And then you need to accept whatever it is the result because it's beyond your control, right? And of course, after that, you need to evaluate what can you remove, what you can keep, what you can do better, and so on and so forth. So those are the framework that I do to overcome adversity. All of that I can do because I'm very clear in my mission until now. I want to make my parents happy, and now I want to make everybody happy. When you are very clear in your purpose in life, then whatever obstacles you have, you understand it's okay. It's a friend. It's normal to have many obstacles. Your dreams and your North Star is there. I want to make my parents happy, and that's it. And I'm okay with any challenges along the way.
It's really clear that you went through a long journey and yeah, overcoming all this adversity helped you to create these ideas and these schemes on how to progress in life. And I'm sure that everyone that is listening feels very inspired. I do. You mentioned your father several times. Was him the key figure in your life, maybe your grandmother as well, while you were growing up? Or did you have at some point a mentor or role model who inspired you to aim higher despite your circumstances?
Very good question. I think indeed I would love to thank my father, my mother, and my grandmother. I think those are the three people that, and also my grandfather as well. Those are the key people of my success and everything since I was a child. So those are my heroes, basically. Of course, nowadays I have many more heroes in my life, right? But back then, yes, those are the four people, the key people in my life.
And so you mentioned several situations that were very difficult for you, but if you can pinpoint one or two, what were some of the biggest barriers you had to overcome, both on the personal and societal side of things?
Of course, I have a lot, but I would say I can tell one of them that my life is not always following the traditional norm, let's put it that way. I'm married with Swedish and I love him so much and all. Of course, in Indonesia also it's not often or not common, but now maybe it's more open, right? To married with person from different nationality and all. But I'm so blessed basically to have a very supporting parents who understand my aspiration and all, allowing me to reach my dreams, to live overseas and so on. And ultimately married with my husband who is from Europe, for example. Maybe in the normal circumstances in a small little village that's not normal. Maybe I'm the only one from my hometown who married with a Westerner, for example. Another thing is I guess even to be a singer or an actress or a TV presenter, maybe I'm the only one from my hometown. It is because again, not many people have a dare to dream big, and like also maybe not many people have the opportunity to find what they really want in life. But yeah, that's my life. And of course, the difficulties that I encounter is many. And again, with my principle, the DONA framework and so on, I am able to overcome the difficulties. And one more thing that I guess like my failure kind of thing or my challenge that I faced a long time ago is that I always wanted to be international artist. And then in 2015, I took a leave to move overseas to Vietnam, thinking that, oh, I might be able to still be a TV presenter, actress, and so on. Yeah. And when I'm there, I failed 100%, meaning that
Mhm.
I can't be a TV presenter. I can't do movie series because I cannot speak the language and they cannot speak English either. But I admit it is what it is. So I'm thinking on how can I defeat from this situation and change my situation to the better one. Yeah, I remember that I still a singer. So I focused myself to be a singer instead. So when we have a great DJ from all over the world, I was the singer there. I'm singing with them and so on. And I even make collaboration with Miss Universe Vietnam. So she's a DJ, I'm a singer. So I'm the singer, she's my DJ. And one day my husband gave me a DJ console in my birthday. And
Oh.
then he told me that, hey, why don't you also DJ? Because you can sing. And I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea how to DJ. But then, yes, I took the courses and so on. And yeah, I'm glad. In 2018, I compete at Global DJ, Female DJ Championship in India, and I won one of them. Yeah, so
Wow.
it's nice. So I guess when life give you lemon, you need to make a lemonade plus honey, plus whatever
Yeah.
you want, maybe mint and all.
Oh,
That's
that's
what we're
nice.
supposed to do.
So I guess that's one example where maybe you doubted yourself, and then you regain your self-confidence in some ways. Is there any other time where you felt like, I don't know if I can do this?
Yep, I can give you one more example. In 2018, we moved to Singapore, right? And during from 2015 up to 2018, that was when I was in Vietnam. I still do DJing and singing, and I've been introduced to my current company, EGN. And I love the concept of it because it's aligned with my values of kindness, making people happy and all. Why? Because the people who join EGN, Executive Global Network, all one is senior executive. Second, the principle is to help each other, meaning that they will come to discuss about their challenges and then sharing their best practices, sharing knowledge, sharing insight. And I'm like, I love when I see how humble they are. They are someone, right, up there, but yet they still want to learn from each other. And then they love to help each other. And I'm like, I love to be part of this kind of organization. Long story short, we moved to Singapore, and then yes, I'm in charge. I'm involved with that company. And coming from a showbiz celebrity life, or your life in Indonesia after the poverty life, right? You're always on TV. I'm on TV almost every single day after I'm graduated from my university because I was a TV presenter, I was an actress, I was a singer. So my whole life is stages camera. And then when we moved to Singapore and I join this company, I have no idea how to even use PPT or Excel or Words document and so on and so forth. And that was like, oh my God, that's embarrassing. And it's so basic. Yet I don't know because that's not my expertise. I've been working for 15 years since I was in the senior high school, right?
Yeah.
But it's in the different kind of world. So what I do when that's happened, when that's hit me, because you like it or not, that's one of the requirement when you are working in the corporation and so on. So I'm being honest to my colleague. I said, I'm so sorry, this is not my expertise. My whole life is all about entertainment or making people happy in whatever I do, but this is not my expertise. Please help me and teach me. And then again, I pivot and I think I lean to my strength. What is my strength? Oh, I'm a people person. What is your purpose in life, Donna? You want to make people happy. Okay, got it. Now, in my company, I'm in charge of making an events or creating these meetings for all the senior executives to be able for them to talk about their challenges and then in the safe environment. That's my expertise because I've been on TV my whole life, right? So I
Yeah.
know exactly how to make great meeting, great events with all the agenda and so on. So yeah, now I'm in charge of making almost 150 meeting and events per year, not
Mm.
only in Singapore, but also Indonesia and Malaysia. And of course, I'm also hosting similar to podcast, but it is, what is it, only for EGN members and all. And I'm grateful to be able to lean towards my strength at the same time, also learn the new skill. But instead of thinking, oh my God, I cannot drag yourself down. But why not? You lean to your strength and learn new skill at the same time. That's what I do.
It's an amazing story, very inspirational, and an amazing career. And it's a pleasure listening to you. So, at some point, you had to leave your family behind. How did that feel? Because I guess they've been your supporter all the time. There was this special bond. You all share the same situation. And when we talk about social mobility as well, someone that comes from poverty will start to have relationship in different environments with different people that didn't necessarily share the same journey. How did it feel to leave your family behind and then start a new life?
Very good questions indeed. So it started when I was in university. I still remember when I was in high school, my dad always come with me everywhere I think, everywhere I go. And then what happened is that when I was in university, my dad cannot come with me anymore because he still need to go to the school. And I was sad because, oh my God, what should I do without my dad? But then I guess because they give you support and I know exactly what I'm doing. I want to study, and also I want to make money for them and all. Yeah, let's make you strong. And what happened now when I'm overseas, for example, I kept in touch all the time. And you are very right that coming from the those kind of humble background or circumstances or in the poverty, you only have your family. Yeah, your family support is very important, especially as in Indonesia. Family is everything. So what I do now, I'm in touch with them daily, and I create this feeling that they can reach out to me anytime, regardless if I'm singing, if I'm leading the board session or whatever. They can call me anytime. So at any point of time, they can always come to me, basically, and that's what's nice. And of course, I'm not able to, let's say, address them all the time at that point of time. For example, I cannot pick up their call and all, but it's okay as long as they feel like I'm there for them at any time. And that's what I do now.
So, looking back, what were the key lessons that poverty taught you about life and success?
It's very important to have your life purpose. That's going to make you strong, regardless if there is a hurricane or tornado or whatever it is. When you know your life purpose, when you exactly know your North Star, life and wind can get you anywhere, left, right, ups, down. But if you know your North Star, you go in track again, going there. That's what happened. To me, my purpose in life is very simple. I want to make my parents happy, bring them from poverty to have a better life. And that's what I do. My whole life is for that. And now your life purpose is getting bigger and bigger. And now I would love to make everyone around me happy through whatever I do in life, regardless if I'm now being the entrepreneur or I was a singer, a DJ, a coach, a speaker, the same. I would love to make people happy through whatever message I bring. And of course, because I'm a public speaker also and a trainer and all, I would love to inspire many people that regardless your background, you can always reach your dream, right? With the hard work, dedication, resilience, having your purpose, and of course, having the right mentality, but also supports around you. And I'm blessed to have the support from my parents and people around me.
Mm. And how do you think these experiences, the experiences of your background, have shaped the way you empower others nowadays through your work with EGN?
Yeah, so with EGN, we empower leaders to have more collaboration, to give them a safe space to be themselves, to be vulnerable, to be able to help each other. We can open up about everything, but we understand in the boardroom, right? Most of the time, leaders are lonely at the top. They might have some challenges and all, but they cannot say it in their organization, maybe because of, let's say, confidentiality, let's say hierarchy and whatnot, right? But then, they care about their employees so much. Who care about them? What if they're burned out and all? So that's why I think my current company, EGN, is really aligned with my values of kindness, giving them a space to be themselves, to help each other. And when I was a child, people are helping me because without help from others, I will not be who I am now. People helping me by giving me a chance to sing, to act, to do the casting, to be the TV presenter in Indonesia, to earn money that I can give to my parents and all. So it's all because people helping me. And that's why I love this organization, EGN, where leaders helping each other to grow together. So it's so much aligned with who I am, with my value. It's about kindness, empathy, vulnerability, openness, having a safe space and all.
So, do you ever think about poverty in the world and what do you think is needed to address this big problem and lift more people out of their circumstances?
I think the most important, if I could say from my experience, it would be education. When you have a good education, then you can decide what you need, what you want, and find the opportunity and so on. Again, I'm lucky because I have my father who guide me along the way. But what about other people who doesn't have, let's say, a father or doesn't have anybody who guide them and all? But I guess nowadays it's much easier because as long as you have Wi-Fi or internet, all the education is there. So I would say it's very important to utilize the nowadays we have all these facilities, right? And everyone can have the same chance to do whatever and be whoever they want with the help of this AI and the technology and so on. I guess education is number one. Keep educating yourself towards whatever you want to do in life. It doesn't have to cost money as long as you have internet or Wi-Fi. Of course, if let's say you are living in like my hometown back then is in the middle of nowhere, basically is in the jungle and all, maybe you don't have those like internet or whatever. But again, educate yourself through whatever it is. If you live in the island, for example, then be the best fisherman or be the best swimmer or whatever it is could be. I think education is number one to beat or combat the poverty. That's the first thing. When you educate it, you will know how to live, what to do to make yourself healthy, for example, or to make you rich and so on. So yeah, that's my thinking.
Yeah, definitely agree. Education promotes awareness, and so that can then lead us in the right direction. Time has gone really fast, so we are reaching the end of this episode, but we still have a few more questions. First of all, what advice would you give to someone currently facing extreme challenges and feeling stuck?
Okay. First of all, hug yourself and tell to yourself, it's okay. I admit it. I know that I admit this is challenging, this is hard and all. Give yourself a compassion. That's the first thing. Because I was struggling with that. My life is all about achieve. Sometimes I forget about give yourself compassion and understanding that this is what's happening. That's the first thing. Second, following my framework, dream, opportunity, never give up action. The first step is to dream, meaning you have a vision, you need to have a goal. What would be your goal to overcome these challenges? Whatever circumstances that you have, you need to have a vision or a goal or like action plan and all. And then find the opportunity and find the step and do the step basically to overcome those challenges. And again, it's not going to be easy, so don't give up. Never give up. And once you found the opportunity, you do the action to 100%. Don't just do so-so job or no, you need to do all as mentioned before. My framework is the 4 P's: pray, prepare, practice, perform, evaluate. So that's what I would say. And hopefully, by following that, you can overcome any challenges or circumstances. And overall, believe in yourself and have a clear vision, have a clear purpose of your life. And you can find that in your dreams. Once you have your goal, your dreams, you have the guidance on where you want to be. So it's like the map. You can have your map and you know exactly where you want to be.
So you gave a lot of advice to our listeners, but now really the last question. If you could give yourself a piece of advice, what would you say to your younger self?
I would say, well done, Donna. You did many things. You did your best for your parents, for the people around you. And if I'm able to tell her, yeah, be more compassionate about yourself and then let go all those egos or all those imposter syndrome. It's okay to live in the poverty. It's okay. It's okay to have the feeling of you are incapable or imposter syndrome and whatever it is. It's fine. Because now I can tell it with smile and all. But back then, hard. Of course, it's hard. Otherwise, I will not come up with that framework to keep telling myself, your name is meant to be dream, opportunity, never give up, and action, meaning that it will be struggle in that in between the line. So it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. So I think those are the things I want to tell to the younger Donna.
Donna, it's been a pleasure meeting you. And really, from your words, there is so much warmth coming through and so much inspiration to share. And I would say you have a great career. You've been a personality, you've been famous. But talking to you, really, your humanity comes through. And I think that everyone that will listen to this episode will feel that and they can really treasure your words.
Oh,
So
thank you so much. I feel honored. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey and insights with us today. And a last message for our listeners, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and tune in next week for a new inspirational episode of The Career Changers. Thank you.